right now. I am working with some awesome guests right here. So, do tell me your names, young lady.
Azari.
I'm Amaje.
Okay.
I'm yours. Kevin.
Okay. He said, Kevin, what that peace? Wait a minute. Who taught him to say peace? Yo, you. First of all, I always do that. Okay. But I'm gonna let that one slide. Okay. But okay. So let me tell you what happened. What happened was I had a gentleman that he works for state rep Jordan Harris, South Philadelphia. He came on and he got to talk about his youth program that he has, mentor and everything. And we just started elaborating about, the youth and what y'all do and how to keep y'all active and out of trouble. And from there, it was like, Dad, let's birth a youth panel for him. So I did. So I went out and put a flyer together real fast, literally real fast, and say, hey, we're going to have some youth come on. And I want to hear from y'all, from your insight, what it is that we don't understand. I don't know if y'all ever watched Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. In that song, he said, parents just don't understand. And I don't think it's that y'all don't think we don't understand. Because y'all look at us when we tell y'all, don't do this. And y'all like, man, you just don't know. Yeah, y'all just recycling pretty much. Everything y'all doing, it was already been done. It's just a different twist to it. It's a different name. Y'all wearing different clothes, but we all did it. But the thing is, I guess because of social media, it makes it more obvious and it makes it more noticeable. So now we actually get to know what you're doing versus before we had to rely on neighbors to tell somebody, because I know his mama. I'm sitting up here like, you don't know his mama, but somebody know your mama, and that's all it takes. All you had to hear was somebody say, I know your mom. I'm like, oh my God, please just call the cops, please. If you do, just please, just do me that favor, call the cops. But we don't have that nowadays. So I have some questions. And I'm going to ask some questions, and I just want you, I just want your honest opinion on what it is that y'all would like, if y'all don't mind. How about that one? Is that good? Yes. So, okay. So I only touch on things that are close to me, meaning either someone in my family has it, suffered from it, endured it, or I have. So I'm adamant, which means I'm strong about it. I'm passionate. I have a drive for it because it's close to home. So I like to touch on them things. Suicide is one of them things. I don't know if you know what suicide means. That means someone who says, hey, you know what, for whatever the reason, I just can't take it and I want to take my life. I want to end it. So let me ask you this one. Do you know anyone that has said, you know what, I can't take it anymore? I think I want to end it, even if in a joke. And what happens is, before I let you answer that, we tend to think when people are laughing about it, that they're just laughing about it. But sometimes that's just a mask. They're trying to hide behind it because that's how they really feel. I laugh about it because I really don't want to, but I don't see any way out of it. Everything just seems so hard for me, and I don't know what to do. So have any of you ever experienced a family member say, I just don't like that? Nobody. How about this one? If any of your family and friends ever came and said that, how would you feel? Sad?
For me, I usually keep it to myself when I have to say that.
Okay. Now, when you say that, what does that mean?
Sometimes I usually keep it in my thoughts. I'm take my life away sometimes.
Okay. So when them thoughts come, is it because of something somebody did, or is it called low self-esteem? You know what? Low self-esteem is no matter what I do, it doesn't feel like I'm doing my best. No matter what I do, people always look at them and be like, oh my gosh, or they compare me to other people. Now, your brother, you see how your sister, is it how do you describe that feeling?
It's mostly like low self-esteem.
Hmm. And is it that you keep it to yourself because you don't trust to tell somebody, or you just don't know how to tell somebody?
Both.
Okay. Well, I had somebody finally come to me, finally, and I didn't know about it. I really didn't know, and it broke my heart when they came and told because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I really didn't know. Like I didn't know for years they had been cutting themselves to the point where they had to be placed in a psych ward to be make sure people were watching them because they cut their necks and the wrist and everything, and it was just so much. And apparently, the medicine that they had gave them wasn't working. So it takes a minute for the medicine not just to get in your system, but then it takes some time for it to work, and impatientness came. So it became more of a headache. So I get what you're saying to that degree. But on that, whatever it is, it can be fixed. Yeah, it can. How about this one? Your life, like everything else in here, is worthwhile living for. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, you know that, right? Yeah. Let me tell you how you know I know that because you're here. The average person that tries to take their lives, they don't make it. So to know that you thought about it and didn't carry it out, or even if you did, you're here for a reason. So you ought to be very happy about that. Yeah, but we're going to touch on something else about that, okay? We're not going to harp on that. But hey, on the lighter side, how about this? What is it that y'all like to listen to? What makes y'all happy? Music, TV? What makes y'all happy? Music?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite artist?
I don't have a favorite. It's
What?
diverse.
Are you? I
I
like
mean,
this.
I mean, I don't like having favorites because there's a wide range. So you
This
can't really.
it's interesting because my mother used to play Al Green and Marvin Gaye and Temptations and the Whispers, and then I go to my grandmother's house and I listen to the Bee Gees and I would listen to country. I did, and punk rock and heavy metal. It was so interesting, and I still do. Now I have Eric Clapton. I love Eric Clapton, so I do have a favorite. I do. Anita Baker for R&B. She's old school, but I still do. But yeah, I don't have favorite television shows. Yeah, I don't have those. Are you falling asleep already, girl? All right. So back at the matter in here, because I'm a little all over the place. So you know what? Let me ask you this. Let's talk about bullying. So as a child, I'm not gonna lie, I was both. I was a bully because that what was done to me, and then I got to high school and I didn't like it because I wound up getting bullied. That's not a beautiful feeling. To have done what I've done is not a good feeling. So have you ever experienced being bullied?
Yes.
Yes. How does that make you feel?
Along with my friends that try to ignore him.
Hmm.
For me, I usually just react and just start fighting.
So let me ask you this: if you ever seen somebody, it doesn't friend or family that you saw being bullied, what do you do? Is your normal reaction like whip out your phone and record it,
No.
jump in and try to stop it, or would y'all just call for help?
I believe the right thing to do is to call for help because you being involved in it, what is that going to accomplish?
Well, I don't, well, not when I say involved, like try to intervene, like try to stop it.
Oh, try to stop it.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that can be a solution as well.
Yeah.
To come in and stop it as well. I think both calling for help and trying to intervene could, both, result in a positive way.
Yeah, it could. I asked that because I've seen a lot to where people are fighting, and we always wonder why others are standing around and not doing anything. And I will always hear a different side. And the one side is, I don't know these people. I don't know why they're fighting. And I don't want to get involved because I might get hurt in the process. Um, Oddly enough, when I see it, I don't even think about either or. I just jump in. It can be good and it can't be good. The can't part is because I lay on the line where I don't know why I'm jumping in. So therefore, I'm probably breaking up somebody's fight, and they look at me and be like, "Yo, who are you? Why are you in it?" And then they turn on me. But my normal reaction is to stop, to diffuse it, because I don't want anybody hurt. What I don't want is for somebody that's doing something before they not think about it and harm that person to the point where they'll sit back and regret it, sitting in jail. That's my normal reaction, is just to jump right in. I never think twice about calling for help unless it's too much. You know, my normal reaction, but, you know, to know that some of y'all would just, and I get that part. Now, for you, I wouldn't want you to, like, do too much, but if you just go grab a teacher, grab somebody else, that's helping. You know, some people don't look at it that way. I like that. So, question, have y'all ever bullied? You have?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So how was that? Why would you do that?
Sometimes I get revenge.
Good. Good. Now I need y'all to know there are no good or bad answers to these. These are how y'all feeling. You know, you're not being penalized. You know, no one's going to, on my end, no one's going to look at you differently or punish you for anything that you're saying. I'm just trying to get a view. I just want to hear what you youth have, because we hear this thing called peer pressure. You know, if you don't smoke this cigarette, if you don't drink this alcohol, if you don't have sex, if you don't do this, then what happens is your friends will point their finger at you. They'll laugh at you. They'll start mocking you. They'll start teasing you. They'll start bullying you, you know, to the point where I feel as though if I don't do it, then I won't fit in. They won't like me, you know, and I don't want y'all to feel some type of way when I ask y'all the questions that this is what's going to happen on my end, because I don't tolerate that at all. I just, whatever y'all want to get off your chest, you know, however you want to relay it, this is the place. I won't put y'all on the spot. If you don't want to, I'll move on to the next question. How about that one? So how are your grades in school?
Great.
Look.
Good.
Yeah, grades in school are good. That's good. So what we working with? Cause school's almost over with. I know we got somebody coming out of here with some A's and B's and stuff, and you getting close? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So we all going to graduate.
Yes.
Good. We're going to the next grade. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So let's talk on this one. It's called drugs. Any smokers up in here? Drinkers. I drink. Yeah, I do. Boom. Yes, I do. It's a drink. Yeah, I do. I tell people when they ask me, "Do you drink?" I'm like, "Yeah." You didn't tell me what it was. You just said, "Do I drink?" Yeah, I drink. I drink a ton of water, alcohol. So, how many of y'all have experienced alcohol, drug abuse in the home?
I was little when I did this, so I wasn't paying attention. I went in the refrigerator because I was thirsty, and I drank my mom's wine. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. All right. That's not bad. You know, it was an accident. It's not like you purposely grabbed the bottle and tried to drown it and wash away your tears and your cares away and stuff. I don't know why people say that, because it doesn't wash anything away. When it's all said and done, it's still there. Yeah, so I don't know where that comes from, but have y'all ever experienced, you know, somebody being around you very drunk to the point where they become physically abusive, verbally abusive? That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's not a good thing. You know, so let me ask this. If somebody ever did, would you know how to handle yourself? Would you know where to go?
Yes.
Okay, you know to tell somebody. Mom, dad, aunts, uncle, a mentor. When I grew up, my mother used to always say that if I can't talk to her or talk to somebody, she taught me these, because I was a latchkey kid. meaning that I had to get myself up in the morning to go to school, get myself to school, uh, uh, come home and do my homework. So I took care of myself while my mother was at work. But basically, the simple rules were, if someone comes, go the opposite way. Scream, yell. We didn't have the passwords, but every day when I got home from school, I had to call my mother. She let her know I was home. We had these special codes. The phone would ring twice, so I knew it was her, so I knew to answer the phone. And if somebody did call, I made a mistake and answered it, she would sleep. I was never to let anybody know that I was home alone because you never know who was going to come to the door and try to harm or break in. So I had to. So do y'all do those type of things? Have codes and not answer doors and phones or hide things?
I
No.
answer my phone when it comes to random numbers to make sure it's like one of my family members.
Mhm.
Well, if it's somebody else, I just hang up and delete the phone number right away or block it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What about you?
No.
Yeah, delete it. No, well, no one's calling your cell phone. I'm gonna call you later. Ask you how was class. All right, we're gonna have a talk because she over there like you don't have. What do you want to talk about? How about this? What would you like to talk about?
Well, I never really thought about that right now.
Not now. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So you know what? If Jay-Z and Beyonce came to town right now, and I said I had some tickets, would you go? What?
No.
Jay-Z, Beyonce? Aren't they the hottest thing right now?
No.
Oh, that's what I thought. Thank you, because I got tired of saying them, because they're the only people I know that. So that's nice to know, because I'm working with my business partner. We're trying to bring some hot artists to Delaware. Actually, I think no one knowed about it until now. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, we are working on bringing some hot artists into Delaware for the summertime. So let me ask you this. Who would y'all like to see if y'all could?
I'm like, if he was still alive, I'd like to see XX and Testing.
Oh, I've never really listened to his music. But that doesn't mean he wasn't good. That doesn't mean he wasn't worth, he was good. So shy of him, who else would you, if you had anybody
Ayo
that's,
and Teo.
who?
Ayo and Teo.
Who's Ellen Tell?
It's like these people who, no they're not, so shut your mouth. They're like these people who do dance music, and they create their own music.
Okay. Are they good? Okay, we got to look into,
They're like
to,
the best dancers out there.
oh, they dance.
And they do music, like they make their own music.
Oh, okay. All right, I gotta look into that. Cause no, seriously, we are trying to put together a thing for the summertime. Of course, I think every state around the world does that. It's touring season now, so all the artists are going out touring, and I try to snag as much touring as I possibly can. I had the pleasure of meeting 50 Cent when he came to Delaware, so he's like on my home screen. Yeah, I got to meet the lovely 50 Cent. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
I thought he died.
50 Cent. Boy, oh well, yeah. I guess he hasn't been making. Yeah, that was Tupac. Yeah, 50 Cent hasn't been really making music. He's been focused on slamming people on Instagram and doing that TV show Power. Yeah, and doing other stuff. So music, I think he did come out with a single last year, but that was about it. So he's really not like relevant. Yeah. But anyway, so let's get back to the matter at hand, because the young lady over here says she really doesn't have too much to talk about. She really hasn't thought about it. So let's discuss loyalty. How loyal are you to your friends and family? Do y'all know what that is? Are y'all loyal at all? You are? You consider yourself a loyal friend?
Yeah, I consider.
You consider that's a beautiful trait, to be loyal, to know that I can tell you something and then trust that you won't share it with no one unless you know it may harm them. That's real good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, for me, I'll say like a 8.
You're 8.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the 2?
I'm not really good.
So what does it take to bribe you? Because I got some candy over here. I just want to know where that money is. Like, what does it take for me to get you to open up and tell me, look, he looking like, yeah. I just want to know what the bribery rate is. I got like $5. Like, anybody got a dollar? I'm just saying. I mean, yo, but you know what? In all honesty, I write these questions, the bullying, because again, like I said, I grew up bullying. As a child, it didn't bother me because I did what was done to me. So I never thought twice about me hitting you to take that piece of candy. I didn't care that you would cry. I really didn't care. I was just that type of a child because that what was done to me. I mimicked what was done to me. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Now that I'm grown, I know it wasn't. But I noticed that another reason why I did this is because 2 years ago, May will be my 2 years on the radio. But as I was doing this, I noticed a lot of children were Facebooking a lot of fights. It just seems like every day there was a fight that someone was recording, and I didn't like that. It took me a minute to be grateful that they did. And let me tell you why. Because if they didn't post it, I would not have known what was going on. Right. When I grew up, we only had house phones, the rotary kind. That if you made a mistake, you had to hang it up and start all over again. Now we have cell phones. I still don't like it, but I respect that somebody is recording it because had I not known, I would not have known they were getting beat up. This person was getting shot. This person was getting hurt. But bullying was something until it came back to me and someone actually started bullying me that I started to realize that's not a beautiful feeling. It's not. So I know we do have listeners out here that are listening, and I needed everyone to know that if you are being bullied, that you do have the right to say no. You do have the right to go to somebody and to get help. And if that somebody you feel as though is not helping you, then you need to go to someone else. If you can't go to mom and dad or a relative, you are to find someone to get help, because what happens is some of these children take it upon themselves that have been hurt for so long and feel as though no one's listening to them. They in turn hurt themselves, and that's not good, and I don't want that from anybody. I really believe that children are God's gift, and there is greatness. I stress this almost every day on my Facebook page, that there is greatness that lies within you. I don't care what anybody says about you. I don't care what you have done. There is still greatness in you. It's just a matter of you believing it in yourself. And it's hard sometimes when you're faced around negative stuff to see positive stuff. But I always stress that no matter what, there's always a positive in the negative. Always. There always is. I'm going to give you an example. You're crying because, hey, you can't get this or you can't get that, but there's someone who's crying, the wishing they had what you have. You can't get them new sneakers, but you have something. There's a child somewhere wishing they had. There's a child actually wishing they had legs. You have legs. You have every limb that you were born with, but there's some child wishing they had what you have. Now, while you're crying about, oh, I can't get this, I can't get that, there's that positive. Because you have everything that you were born with, that's that positive. That negative is that child over there wishing they had it, and they don't, and learning to appreciate it. So I always tell people that there is a positive and a negative, and you are great. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how they express it. I don't care how many times they tell you. I don't care how many times they point out, I don't like that ponytail. Eventually, you'll start focusing on that ponytail rather than, I am great. So I don't care what anybody says or how they look at you or how they judge you. You are great. Got me? Cool. All right. So now we got that out the way. So let's talk about some other stuff. Chores. How many of y'all do chores?
I do.
Does somebody have to force you,
Yes.
make you, beg you, bribe you?
Half and half.
Half.
Not to the extent of bribing.
No, because sometimes we got to bribe them. Like, okay, I'll get you this if you just, I don't believe in that bribing stuff. I believe that children, hey, two things: either you are getting a job or you going to class. And if you're doing both of them, my job is to maintain while you do those two things. And since you're not of age, then it means you're supposed to go to class and get the best darnest education you're supposed to get, right? That's what I'm talking about. Respect your parents. How many of y'all disrespect your parents? You know, huffing and puffing, slamming doors, stomping your feet, cussing.
Oh, not to that extent.
You? What is it that you do?
I get mad when I don't get my way.
What? Uh-oh. So how does that make you feel? You know what? Let me ask you this one. I love this. This is the part. So I always got to get people to understand where I'm coming from. I'll tell people, here's my pet peeve. I say, please don't call me after a certain time. What happens? People call me. So I said, okay, please don't call me after a certain time. What do they do? Call me. So what do? I said, okay, well, since you keep doing what I asked you not to do, why don't I show you what it feels like to call you when I feel like it? And I wake up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to be to work until 6, 7. Eventually you get on. Oh, right. So they don't like that. So let me ask you this. If I decided to snatch that water from off of your neck just because I felt like it, how would you feel?
Mad.
So why would you do to somebody else what you don't like? Would you like it if every time somebody asked you to do something, you huffed and a puff, and then they turned around and they did something to you? You wouldn't like that?
No.
Why? You do it. Yeah. Gotta think about that. But you know what? I'm not going to go heavy on that because I do know that as children, short attention span? So we'll tell you 50 times. That's why, because we got to tell you 50 times, because the first 49 times you didn't hear us, and then finally on the 50th time, you heard us. And that's somewhere in between, I'm going to get you and you won't get. Somewhere up between the 49th and the 50th, and when you hear us, when we say, you want it, or you ain't going out, you ain't going to that, you can forget that part. You ain't, and then all of a sudden you hear us. I wonder why. It's those magical ears that decide to pick up on that good stuff. Is that what that is? Sometimes. What is it that would get us to get y'all to listen to us the first, third time?
Clap.
Clap. That's it? I got to clap.
Well, like the last time, my mom told me to put my clothes in the laundry. I forgot to do that because I was playing Fortnite. Then next time I forgot to put my clothes in the laundry, so that's when she took my game.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can understand that. That's forgetting part. Y'all supposed to forget. You know, us as parents, we tend to look at our children like they're us. So when we do speak, at times, we got to remind ourselves that you have a short attention span. Like your brain is elsewhere. It's not where ours is. You don't have to worry about getting a job. You don't have to worry about paying bills. That's our job. So while we're telling you a million times to do this stuff, we tend to forget that, oh, shucks, you are a child. Like it's not on your radar. It's not important that, you need to focus on putting them clothes in the laundry. Didn't I ask you to pick them dirty clothes up? Aren't you supposed to take the trash out? Why are these dishes still in the... Oh, I forgot, because you're a child. You all you want to do is play. Give me a game, play. Y'all at that gimme stage. Give me some money so I can go to the store. Give me some money so I can get them sneakers. Give me, and that's it. That's all y'all know is give me, and once in a while we can get something nice out of y'all if we bribe y'all the right way. Like, yeah. Sometimes? Okay. Well, that's not good. That's not good. But, all right, so let's go back. All right. So grades are good. And let me ask you this: what is it about you that you like the most?
Playing Fortnite.
Let me guess. Now I do not play video games. Like I can sit right there and look at you and could not tell you nothing. It would take me a minute to realize I'm watching it. So is there like levels to that?
No,
No.
it's like, so it's a game where you can battle other people or like get wins and stuff.
Oh, okay, got you.
Like the person I looked up to is TSM Daquan.
Is that a human, a person?
He's
Oh,
he's a YouTuber.
oh, so he's real good. Okay, so that's what you like about you is playing that game.
Not really. I like spending time with family more.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. Who would you like to spend more time with? Family. Just family in general, just to be around family. No, just family.
Yes.
Oh well, me, personality-wise, I like to be outspoken at times. I like to, kind of be social towards others. And yeah, mainly, yeah, I like to talk sometimes. Every now and then.
What about you, young lady? What do you like most about you?
Playing with my family, doing a lot of things with them. Yeah,
That's it. That's you. Okay, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Another thing I like is sports because I rather do sports more than anything.
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball and football.
I don't know any basketball, but I do know football, and I do know Wendell Smallwood, Eagles, lives in Delaware.
For Sean McCoy.
Yeah. Didn't Sean come back?
But I heard that they traded Tom Brady off the
Yeah, and
yeah.
Sean is coming back. Actually, Sean is back.
and
Sean's
then-
back?
God, you're gonna be sad about this, but
Uh-oh.
they traded Odell Beckham off the New York Giants for some guy of the Jaguars.
He's like, I don't care. Like, yeah, I don't, like, who cares?
Love football.
You don't like football?
Yeah.
Well, so what do you like?
Drawing.
Artist. Michelangelo.
Leonardo.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, maybe I should up the ante on I should have did my history. So you real good?
No, I'm still working on it.
Okay. Well, you Leonardo da Vinci, like you painting stuff, like you need to. How about that right there? Could you do that? Yeah, we had that done. No?
Did you do that?
No, I didn't. I can do the lines, but I can do some stick figures. I'm good at that. Oh, I'm the best. No, I don't think so. We competition. I'm beating down hands like crayons outside. That's me. I'm all outside. I'm not.
Not inside the lines.
No, I'm not inside. No, no. You inside. So let me ask you this: what is it about you that you don't like?
I don't like when my anger pops out.
You know what? Is my mic on? I need to turn it off. Okay. I don't like that either. So I wouldn't say an anger issue that I have. How would I describe me? It takes a lot to push my buttons. And I don't like yell and scream unless I'm asking you to like if I'm on the phone, rather than being rude and hanging up, I try to say, please, let me get off the phone, and if, because it's not an actual headache when I say, I feel a headache coming on. What it is, I feel me to the point probably yelling and screaming. And rather than me yelling and screaming, I'll tell you, I need to get off the phone because I got a headache. Like you get ready to give me a headache, you know. And if I don't get off the phone, then I don't want to yell. I don't want to start screaming. You know, I don't want to. I don't like yelling. I just don't like that. That's extra, and I don't like that. I don't like my peace to be disturbed. So if I'm on the phone, the best for me is to let me hang up. Let me take a few breaths. Let me calm down.
Right.
Come back and
Call
talk.
back.
If you're in my face and I'm asking you, or if you see me walking away, it's best to let me walk. And I walk around and then I come back and it's like nothing ever happened. Because I don't want to say something that I later
Might
will
regret.
regret. Because once I put it out there, I can't stop it from entering your ears. Once
Right.
you've heard it, I could say sorry all day. How you accept it is something different. So I don't want to say anything that makes you feel bad. So I'd rather walk away. And at times I've done it and cried because I'd rather not you be upset and me say something and regret it. And I sit back as I'm walking, I'm sitting up here like, dang, I knew I should have. And I'm glad I didn't because what happens is I hear my pastor used to always tell us that even though we may be right, we still shouldn't say it because you may not be able to handle it, which is why you always say things and you wonder why people are crying because they can't handle it. So I get that part with the anger. I wouldn't say I'm angry, but I'd rather not say something that upset, and that's kind of, why I cry, because now I'm sitting up here thinking about your feelings after you didn't piss me off, rather than, but a part of growth, which is what I'm doing, is to always consider the next man's feeling, and then I purge minds or I beat mines up, and then I come back later and I feel glad about it that you didn't get hurt, because later what happens is by me walking away, now we can have a civil conversation because I'm calm. What happens later is we yelling at each other. Nothing got accomplished but yelling. You want to get high, I want to get higher. You want to get high, I want to get higher. And all we're doing is having a screaming match. And what happens is no one walked away with an award. No trophy, no nothing, certificate, nothing. So I'm glad you are able to acknowledge that you have an anger issue. Some people don't say that. I like that. I appreciate your honesty. So I know when you are about to get angry to stop. Have you ever told anybody that I have an issue with my anger, or made it clear to get people to stop so that you won't get to that level of anger?
Well, I told my guidance counselor, Miss Hott,
Mm-hmm.
and so I take anger management class
Okay.
to keep my anger under control. But there's this kid named Ruben, and he just he pushes my buttons.
So have you told anybody about Ruben?
I told Miss Watts, and
Mhm.
I told him, and she said the next time he talks about my family member, I could just let my anger out because that's all he does. He walks around school thinking he's the toughest kid around and stuff, and it's just annoying.
So he's being a bully.
I just feel like punching him right in his face.
Can we say that being a bully is their way of expressing, for some, anger inside? I don't know any other way to express. I don't know any other way to tell you I'm hurting or I don't know how to deal with it, but by bullying. Sometimes they just don't know how to approach you. I don't know how to talk to you. So all I know is to snatch that water from you. That's all I know is they don't have anybody because they bully so much. They don't have anybody to come and talk to them, to comfort them, which is kind of sad because even though I was a bully, I had no one to go to say, this is how I'm feeling and this is why. So I continued elementary school, middle school, into high school, and it wasn't until the two young ladies bullied me that I realized that wasn't pretty. It took somebody to do that to me. I had no one. And sometimes you need to find somebody to talk to. You know, even when you're outside of school, you need to find somebody you feel comfortable to talk to. Find a mentor. Go to some of these community centers and find somebody to talk to. There's always somebody, and this is for our listeners too. There's always somebody out there that are willing to hear you and to help you. You just have to be willing to reach out and take a chance that they're going to want to help you and not hurt you. Okay. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Well, I haven't ever really been bullied.
That's good.
It's
Yeah.
just I don't feel like I'm getting bullied,
Mhm.
and I feel like everybody's just being nice.
That's good. Yeah, we need more niceness. We need more niceness. So let's touch on something else. Gang violence. Yeah. Yeah. So I can honestly say I've never lost a friend or know of anyone that has been in a gang, initiated in a gang, or has died in a gang. But they are out here. Philadelphia has a lot of them out here. Chester, I think, had, I believe, two that I know of. I don't know if they're still around. Delaware has a few, and I must say a few because I'm not really sure on the number, but I believe every state has mild to, and they probably just the average bullies. They're just taking your lunch money to the hardcore ones, the Crips and the Bloods. And I believe Philadelphia has a Crip and a Blood. I believe so. So, question. I know you're going to tell me no, because you're not in the gang. You're not in the gang, and I know you're not, and you're not. But grateful is the ones who don't have to be pressured, like those in Compton who have to be forced into it at a certain age. Question, have you ever met any gang members threatened by gang members? That's good. That's good. Yeah, we don't want that. So you have met gang members. You know them.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you know to stay away from them. You know, it's easy to say this when you haven't been in that situation. I've never faced peer pressure. Like, I've been around people who smoke, they drink, but they never, when they went to pass it, they never teased me because I didn't want to drink the alcohol. They never teased me or laughed at me or mocked me because I didn't want to smoke. Like, okay, she didn't want to smoke. It was like, cool. Like, they just went on about their way. They did it amongst each other, even though I was there. But it was like I wasn't there. Meaning, like, they never brought it up anymore. They never offered. And if we went around other people who did it, they made sure the other people knew I didn't do it, so no one came towards me. I've never been forced in a gang, but I do know some people who have been, and it's kind of easy for me to tell you to run away, to walk away, when I've never been placed in that situation. So have they ever pressured you to do something you didn't want to do, or you just know them?
No, I just know one of them.
One of them. It's like good. So let me ask you this one. I see this lovely man over here, Mr. Leon. How do y'all know Mr. Leon?
He's my cousin.
He's your cousin. The cousin. So you respect and love Mr. Leon. So okay. All right. So who's the young lady over there?
Our mother.
So that's your sister. Oh my God. Okay. I said, wait a minute. They got that beautiful smile over there. Okay. They must get it like from me. So you two are brothers?
Yes.
So how's that going?
Fight a lot. Just
Y'all
like me and my younger brother fight more.
fight more. What are y'all fighting over?
Stupid things.
Stupid things.
Well, I barely fight. I'm not a fighter.
You're not a fighter. You mean a physical fighter or both? Yeah, I'm not a fighter either. I tell people I don't fight over anything that's not mine. You know, if you want that water, you can have it. I'm not gonna fight over anything that's not mine because it's not worth it. Nothing that doesn't belong to me is not worth fighting over unless it's a life. And then I will fight for that one. But let me ask you this one. What is your favorite subject in school?
Math.
You go to school?
For me, it's English.
You go to school?
Yes. Senior year.
You go to school? You go to class?
Go to class.
That's what I'm talking about. Cause I try to get people to understand when I grew up. Don't get me wrong. I grew up. My mother would always ask me how was school. It took me in my adult year to realize that there's a big difference between words are a lot for me, and I would used to pick them, meaning every time you said something, I paid more attention to your words than what you had to say. So I would literally dissect everything you said to the point where I had people telling me I should be a psychiatrist. So I went to Widener to learn law, and then I said I wanted to be a forensic psychologist, which is the ones that try to figure out why somebody did what they committed.
Oh, okay.
But I would literally pick people's words because words are powerful. 2 words, if. They're so powerful. If I had, if I could, if I would. Words are powerful. So it took me a minute to realize that a school is a building. I mean this. I can turn this. What is a school? It's an actual building. You can turn a hospital into a school. It's your class. So when people say, how was school? I'm like, it makes me cringe when I hear people say, how you guys doing? I'm sitting up here like, I don't know how they're doing, but I'm not a guy, you know. But words are a lot to me. And I try to be very careful how I use them because I want people to be careful how they use them back. So when I ask you how was class, not school, I'm not trying to pick at you. I just need you to understand. Now, when you leave here, of course, you're going to forget. But actually, class is where you get your education. So let me ask you about your teachers. How much do y'all like y'all teachers?
The only teacher I like is my 8th grade teacher.
Yeah, eighth. So Philadelphia has a high dropout rate. And one of the high schools was closing. I'm sorry, not closing. They were losing students, and they were trying to figure out how to get their students. The dropout rate was high because the students were leaving. So it was trying to figure out how to get them to stay. What is going on? One was arts. So they took out the arts, and then what happened was funding was low. So there was no art program. There was no music program. So someone got together, got some funding together to bring music back to the school and try to see if that will be another way to get the students to stay. Dropout rate is still high, meaning that at 16, and how ironic, here we go with numbers, at 16, you're old enough to say, I don't want to go back to school anymore, never ever. At 18, you're able to vote. 16, you can what? Depending on the state, you can go for your driver's license, your permit. 21, you can drink. Dropout meaning you saying, I don't want to go back to school, never ever, and you just leave before the school is over with. And that's what Philadelphia, some of these schools were doing, and was trying to figure out why and how you can get them to stay. You're in class more than anybody. What is it that you see that would make you say, I want to get A's, I want to stay in class, I don't want to drop out?
Teachers who really want to interact with students. I think that the influence from teachers can, benefit you in a way that, you want to do better. So just encouragement just from, people who want to learn and who, are passionate about the subject. Because normally teachers can, teach you something, but you can tell their heart's not in it. Therefore, it doesn't really encourage you. But just from my, my school years or however you say it, I can tell that the teachers from my school wanted, students to learn and wanted to interact with, the kids. So that was a huge encouragement for me.
Yeah, I've never been a teacher, and I guess in a lot of fields, what I hear is that there is no passion, and what happens is, and I'm only going to speak on my side and from what I heard because I'm not there every day. What happens is, you get a teacher that has a lot of students. When you start breaking it down, you have a smaller percent, a small number of children that actually want to learn. The rest just want to play. So it's like, how do I get these that want to learn when I have these over here that don't want to learn? And then after a while, I'll be like, I'm just done. I'm tired. I just want to come in here, do what I need to be doing, give you your homework, leave. If you learn, you learn. If you don't, you don't. And that's their attitude. But and then we have Nathaniel here. Thank you for coming in. So we have our youth here, and I was just throwing out topics. And we were just touching on a lot of things. I was asking them, Philadelphia, schools, how the dropout rate is high, and how they're trying to get students to get them to stay in class, and what is it that would take them to stay, and just asking them some of the things that they think would get. And she was saying, teachers with passion, but yeah. Feel free to chime in. We did drugs, we did gangs, drug abuse, bullying.
It's a little late for me. They won't let me back in school.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I was always told it's never too late to learn. It's never too late.
Let me back. I mean, I'm a little old now.
Yeah, it's never too late. We can always learn something every day. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I mean, they don't care if you're 90. I mean, well, let me. I'm sorry. This is Nathaniel Lee. So if y'all remember Moses, in the biblical time, he's his brother. So yeah, yes. You heard of Jesus, right? Okay, well he's right up there. Like he's like he was out when dirt came. When God said, "Ooh, there go dirt." That was him. He was around when dirt was around. Yeah, yep. He can tell you all about the seas being parted because he was there. He was witness it. Yep. He wrote a report on it. Yep.
An hour and 10 minutes to get my head chopped off.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, yep. He can tell you when shoes was made. Yep, that's hard. Yep. So.
And see, this is why you have to stay in school, because if not, this can happen.
You know what?
This is a perfect example of what happens if you choose to not engage in the educational processes.
Oh man! So is there anything you wanna ask them?
Actually, no. I'm just want to sit back and enjoy the conversations and
Chime in.
How you like everything so far?
It's an experience.
Well, let me interrupt. We have two sisters with moms.
Two sisters?
Yes,
Okay,
and then we
what's your
have.
name?
Azuri.
Okay, and your name?
Amaje.
Okay, and your name?
Jules.
Kevin.
Okay,
Oh, Kevin.
Kevin. I don't understand what this means.
Peace, like yo.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yo, Kevin, like you can't forget Kevin without the yo. Hey.
He didn't just do that, did you?
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry,
Ask him his name.
My eyes are half
Well,
closed.
ask him. What's your name?
Kevin.
See, Kevin. It's like
I missed that.
he not going anywhere without the Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Like don't.
Now, where did that begin?
He got it from me.
You got it from you?
I missed that part because I haven't seen him do the. Yeah.
Because I know what happened. Once he started doing it, you stopped doing
Is
it.
that
right?
what that was?
He got it from you, and then once he started doing it, you just said, I ain't doing it no more.
Wow.
Do it for pictures.
You do it for
wow.
pictures.
Oh yeah, but Kevin he's just a natural.
Because,
In his
brothers-
sleep, he's like Kevin.
Brothers are territorial. Once we own something, somebody.
Yeah, you don't want to give it up,
Yeah.
and it's a shame you had to give it up. It's like
He
Kevin.
didn't have to.
Oh, you still do it?
He's doing
Yeah,
it for
when I'm
pictures.
playing Fortnite, I don't
Oh,
wanna
he
give it
playing.
up.
Yeah, for
He needs to stop playing Fortnite. Rage too much.
he raised. It's
Now,
like
what is
it's
It's this game where you have to use your strategy and you can have fun. and you can 1v1 people and build battles and stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't do game. I don't do. Yeah, now I was around when Moses was. I don't do. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
So what we discussing? We talking about school before I came in. So what grade are you at?
Second.
Second? Oh, okay, how you doing in school?
Good.
Okay, what grade are you at?
Senior year, 12th grade year.
Oh, you ready for college? You got college plans?
Yes, I do.
You do? Where you going?
I applied to various schools. So, in locally and down south as well. So yeah, I don't want to list them all.
Right.
Yeah, she don't want to listen. What's about that?
I'm just saying
Yeah.
locally and
Yeah.
some down south. Yes.
Now,
Okay.
Would you prefer to stay home or to go down south?
Honestly, I don't have a preference.
No?
I mean, I would like to stay home, but I think just, freedom wise and just be able to, make decisions on my own and be willing to, have that sense of independence. I think going, down south or even somewhere that's like 5 hours away, 4 hours away isn't all that bad.
Yeah.
And that's mom?
That's mom.
So mom, what do you think about this? Because she like, she talking about freedom, getting away and all of that. Is this like some subliminal message there or something that I mean?
I don't know. It's her decision, and I accept what she decides.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pay your own cell phone bill.
Oh, you might want to stay home.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the freedom part because like you want to experience. And if mom raised her right, then mom doesn't have to worry about her doing anything bad. She just wants to cross the street without having to wonder, is mom watching?
I like that. You said if mom raised her right, she don't have to worry about
Right, because but two letters is powerful. I and F. If. So it carries a lot of weight, but I'm saying.
Like that message, because it's almost if something do go wrong. And what teenager something don't go wrong?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that you have some parents that aren't there to raise their child. But, if you have that parent that has instilled some values, some stuff that your child. She knows she can leave her child home for the weekend to take care of some personal business and not have to worry about coming home. Oh, the neighbor's calling me because she done had a party. She done stayed out.
Why so cool?
Why you so warm? Like, ain't nobody tell you out there judging the snow? Like,
She told me I just froze right up. It's like,
see,
whoa.
that's old folks. That's what happens when you get old. You
So-
sensitive.
What are your grades like now?
They're good.
They good?
They're good.
Remember that? You ever see that new commercial that says, and the doctor came in and just okay?
Oh,
You
everything's
see that new
okay. It's
commercial?
like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
everything is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is okay.
Or they good?
They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
What do you
Yeah.
want to be? What do you want to go to
What
school?
do I want to school for? Okay, so I'm very interested in the performing arts, this field, acting in particular.
Oh yes. Can I? We got to talk. Yeah, cause I got to get the leading role. Yeah.
You got to get the lead role?
Yeah.
Actor.
Okay.
Okay.
I can act. Yes, I can. Oh, yeah, I can act. Yes.
cannot act.
Yeah, I can read from the script. What they say? Tell me what they say. Tell
She
me.
can read from the script. What is that?
Well, I didn't. Well, I wrote it, but it was like, see, I wrote it. Can you make that? But I mean, when I wrote, see now.
Let me try your skills now. Now look, before you do it, right?
Yes.
Put some flair into it.
Yeah, put some flair. Yeah, dramatize it.
Enunciate those words.
It's like,
Yeah.
like playing emotions.
Yeah, you got to put emotions into it.
Yeah, let me
Like,
see you do it.
yeah.
What's your name again?
Jules.
Jules.
Okay, Jules. Let me see you do it.
Yeah, good.
When you pee,
I'll think that's what that says. Okay.
I know that's not what that
it says, when you pee, Darvin. I quit.
Give me my script back. He would not be in my play. Next. No.
It says when you pee.
What you see?
I actually got to give him.
Oh, when you see someone.
I actually got to on your behalf. I got to say this. I couldn't read that either. She can't read that.
No, I can't.
It's like hieroglyphics.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I write it's sad because I used to have good penmanship. Now it's just like chicken scratch. But I know what it is as I'm writing it. And then somewhere in my brain, as I'm writing it, I'm saying to myself, you might want to fix it, but it's okay because I know I'm going to remember what it is, and it ain't happened. So that's,
To have good penmanship.
I did. Oh, yeah, everyone.
And so you used to have good penmanship.
But now I'm just,
in this?
yeah, because now I'm just like in a rush. Everything is just like, it's like whatever. Yeah. So we already established I am never getting a job when it comes to writing because I couldn't help me figure out what it was I wrote. Ain't gonna
Do they
happen.
teach cursive in your classes? Because I heard they stopped teaching
Yes.
cursive. They do teach cursive?
Oh, I need to go back.
What school you go to?
Chichester Middle School.
Can you say that just a little?
No, he's Chichester, but when you from Delaware County, no one says Chichester. You slam the words together. Chichester. Yeah, you don't say it slow. Who says it slow? Except for slow people.
But how are people gonna understand what
Because
you're
when
saying?
it's like when you're down south, when you go down south, the first thing they say is that
a note for you, so when you go
the first thing they say is you have an accent, and it's hard. And we're sitting up here like, no, Chichester is like an accent. When they don't, it's nothing. It's Chichester. It's not a Chichester. And he goes to Chichester, but you won't. Unless you're from outside, then you'll say Chichester.
So was that really worth elaborating on? 'Cause I just wanted to
Well,
hear
I
you
had
say
to say it for the old folks, because, y'all seniors,
And sir, what's your name again? I'm sorry. I just want to see if you did it. That's why I did it. I wanted to see if you did it.
But wait a minute, but he went under this time. Before was, he was like, I had to look like,
Did you know I was doing that just to see if you did that? Yes. Oh, okay. That's why he did this.
but his hand came. I thought he was like something over, because he was like, okay, like but it was nothing there. It's like he's like from here now. He's okay. He's master now. It's like heaven.
So what school you go to?
Oh, he said it's
Hold
slow
it.
for you.
No, look, he said it, and I understood.
But yeah, that's why I said he said it's slow for you.
Let's try this again. What school you go to?
Chichester Middle School.
That's what I'm talking about.
The children of today. What do you want?
The educational system has failed.
Yes. How dare you say that so fast? Like, what was you
Say it
think?
slow. Chichester School.
Thank
No, I
you.
do have a GED. He's saying that like I don't have a GED. But how you doing in school?
I can bring it back. It's just that I got 2 F's.
See, soon when you ask that question to somebody say, I can bring it back, I knew where it was going.
Yeah.
And then he looked at it.
Like,
And said, oh, yeah.
It's
What about
because
that? What about that?
I don't understand the work.
So now are they doing anything to help you with work?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So do you need help sometimes, or you need help all
A
the time?
lot.
Okay. So are they giving you the help on the level to the degree that you need help, or could you use more?
More.
Okay. What we gonna do about that? We gonna have to.
Stay after school.
when you gonna start?
Tomorrow.
That's what I'm talking
'Cause
about.
tomorrow-
Because Saturday coming.
Tomorrow ends, the trimester 2 ends, and is going to trimester 3.
Yeah, and that's like downhill after that. Yeah.
Did you just say you had 2 F's? Is corporal punishment still alive?
No. Well, no. Corporal punishment has never left. That's the thing. Children now, or let me say it this way: parents now
Not parents,
have
teachers.
no. Oh, for teachers?
Yeah, my teacher used to.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No.
my mother told him too. Look, you got my permission. Do what
I didn't want my
happens
mother
now.
to hit me. I sure enough don't want a teacher to hit me.
My mother said, look, he act up. You know what to do. Now parents be like, you better not touch my child.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You know what to do. And then call me and I'm going to finish it. You started there. I'm going to finish it. My mother ain't play that.
My mother didn't do all that. She didn't do that extra. Tell
So
my
what we
teacher.
gonna do? So you want to stay after school. What grades did you get F's in? I'm not trying to pull your card or anything, but what are you having trouble with?
Man.
Science, because that's not really my thing. And English.
English.
What?
A lot of people have said-
Do you know what English is?
What-
You know, they say English is the hardest language to learn.
And when I hear you talk, I agree with it.
I
Yeah.
can't
It
even
is.
speak English.
She got it right away. So that went over 95% of the heads. You caught it.
I can see she won't be coming back no more.
You probably can't wait to get out of here.
Don't worry about it.
They got me interrogating me.
We are so YouTube live. I'm gonna clip all the parts where she's in it.
Your hands are cold.
Well, you are old, and that's what happened when you old. Y'all need about 20 I'm sorry, no disrespect to the elderly, but you need like 20
Frost.
blankets.
It's like just freezing.
It's not that cold.
Yeah, you got a
Come on
heater
now,
in there.
they over here laughing. Come on now, that's not funny. Stop.
I know, because I got shivers.
Here's a heater.
A heater? He has a heater?
I am here.
Well, wait a minute. We're not going to digress from our discussion.
Yeah.
Him, he's so warm.
Okay.
It's not weird, but I like sleeping in his bed because his bed is warm.
Okay.
And my other one is cold.
Okay. Oh, so y'all brothers?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you look at him and tell? Look at him.
People say we look
I
alike,
can
but I
barely
look
see.
more like my mom and dad.
See, that's what happens when you get old. Please, when y'all get old, don't.
Don't.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin, you co-signing that?
Kev, you co-signing, right? Yeah.
We're not here.
No, you over there, he's over there.
But now, what do we? I'm going to get back to the grades part. So you said it was English and science.
Mm-hmm.
And school, is it boring to you, or you enjoy it? Or?
I enjoy some of it.
Yeah, that was the thing.
They're trying to say something over there.
Why I feel like this is American Idol?
Why do you feel like?
I don't
The
know,
mic.
It's got microphones.
Yeah, we don't have the.
Or this must be Family Feud.
I haven't seen Family Feud since I was.
I saw it the other day. Yeah, Steve Harvey.
And I want y'all to notice something. Every time somebody mentions something,
He changes the subject.
she runs with it. Y'all notice that?
Yes.
So she just goes straight with it. So if you can say, look, I looked outside yesterday, the sky was blue, and she said, you know, I see blue skies every day.
That's not what they're here. They're not here to talk about blue skies.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. They, you know. So
What you trying to say? Because you need to start saying
I
something.
have no further use for this witness. We were talking about your grades.
Yeah, you gotta fix that.
What's your grades like?
It was slightly off, but I didn't even get no
Oh,
F's.
Hutt's not.
I didn't get no F's.
He didn't get any Fs.
I didn't get any Fs.
He didn't get any Fs.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You see the finger, right?
See, because I noticed the way you just moved real fast. It was sort of off. Now, when you say sort of off, what do we mean?
Well,
can you specify?
I looks like I went from let's say from like a 95% all the way down to like a 70%.
What's that?
I'm a C average.
Is it a C? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, his passing. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Why you take? He got F's. And you
No, this isn't going just one way. This is both.
But wait a minute. You were supposed to start that at him, not at him.
I mean, I gotta get
At least he can bring he can bring his up.
But you can bring yours up too, right?
Yeah, they both can.
Okay, look. When is the next report period?
No. The reason why science is changing is because I had turned in my volcano project. So that's why.
You did the volcano thing. I always.
I've
see
never
on TV.
done it.
I always saw. You see it on TV
No.
too? No, when they do the volcano. And the,
I'm not.
And that lava comes.
I don't watch that.
I mean,
I seen it though. That was
Okay.
awesome.
So you made a volcano, and what happened?
Well, I didn't make it, but I did it. Well, I'm supposed to make it, but I did it through PowerPoint on computer.
Oh.
I'm supposed to make it now.
So you
Oh.
were supposed to make the volcano.
Oh, and he
But
did
you
it on
made a
PowerPoint.
So you thought you was going to bypass the system by getting virtually inclined.
She was
And
gonna
the
be
teacher
like,
just gonna say, "Oh,
is that
I'm
PowerPoint?
so impressed." He used
Yes.
PowerPoint.
I mean,
but
he
that is
said-
pretty good, though. That's pretty good.
Our teacher said we're allowed to do it to PowerPoint, or we could just do the volcano. I chose PowerPoint because
But-
the volcano is going to be too long.
But see, this, but you got to,
You gotta do the
You
work.
got to.
Yeah, you gotta
I
do.
mean, and this what you should have did. This is what I would have did. I would have made the volcano, right, and then I would have explained it with the PowerPoint. Bam!
Oh man, that's a double
What are you
dose
talking about? I got an A
and a plus.
then I got an extra credit.
Yo. Cause you done killed it with the volcano while the volcano's going on. You got the PowerPoint, so
But
now they
nah,
can.
That was too much work.
Oh,
You might
yeah.
do the volcano.
No, I
That
can
was-
make it. I can make it still.
You still can?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
How about you make a volcano and then do the PowerPoint and bring it in here and we see it?
Oh, wait a minute. No. He just can't bring it in here. Like you gotta give him something for that.
Exactly.
Like yo.
Why are you trying to bring capitalism?
My birthday was March 3rd.
That was like
Okay.
last week.
I tell you what we do. You bring the volcano and the PowerPoint, and you do it here, and we can what?
I don't know.
What you want?
Oh, I always wanted to go.
Oh, I
to
can't
the
take
zoo.
him.
You
To
never
the
been to the
zoo?
zoo?
Oh, let's go.
He always been. He went to the.
I only went there once.
The Philadelphia
What sticks,
Zoo.
the zoo?
Yes.
I want to
Zoo
go
stinks.
Washington D.C.
You know-
Like gold crab and everything.
You know there's animals in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just-
This is an example.
so you want to go to the zoo? That means if you go to the zoo, you got to go with them.
I
Oh, you don't wanna go?
by monkeys.
No, I don't even want to go to the zoo. I want to go to Atlantis. That's what I want.
Oh god.
What's that?
Um,
What's that?
We went from something possible to something.
Well, maybe what's the Atlantis?
Isn't it a
It's
water
just
park?
yeah, it's a
Yes.
water park, but you can stay at night. You can swim with sharks and
Oh
dolphins and
heck
stuff.
no.
Whoa.
No.
Wait a minute. Who's swimming with sharks? Like
No,
I.
they give you gear. The sharks can't eat you. They're baby sharks.
So like their sharks.
So what they
Yeah.
do with the adult sharks? Kill
They
them?
don't. No.
No, put them in a different part of the.
Oh.
But where's this Atlantis at?
It was Bahamas, yeah.
Bahamas. Okay, the zoo. The zoo it is. The zoo it is. We will get you tickets to the zoo.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I went to the Bahamas.
Don't we
It's
have
better
to
and
go?
it's
Let's go to the Bahamas instead. I don't feel like
now, but now you need a passport. You got one of those?
You got a passport?
I can buy one.
Oh, okay.
The zoo it is.
Well, the zoo it is.
No, I want to go Sky Zone. I want to go Sky Zone. Philadelphia Sky Zone. Straight Atlantis. That's what
You know,
Philly has a sky zone. I know Delaware has stratosphere.
Oh, I know that place.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I want to go to
Wilmington
Stratosphere.
or Philly?
Stratosphere.
Yeah, in Philly. I mean in Delaware on
I think I know where.
near the riverfront.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
So I don't know where Philadelphia
how
is.
about this? How about this? How about
No, we can go Delaware.
Wait, I could just pretend. Do you guys have a laptop? I could just pretend it right now.
No, you don't have to. You don't have the lava. You gonna send that too?
No.
This ain't the Jetsons. We push a button and it pop up. Like
We
what
don't
the?
want that. We want the whole thing.
I want the whole
We want
kit and
the actual-
caboodle.
We want the lava to come out.
Yeah.
I don't
Burn
want
us
that.
alive?
You
I
don't
want to make the volcano. I want to just present it.
And see, that's your
That's why you
problem,
had
young
that-
man.
that grade.
That's the problem. See, you don't want to make the volcano, but you want to explain
Come
what the
on,
volcano
man.
is about. You got to get
Come
in there and
on,
do the work. You gonna
come
love it.
on. What the problem is?
Okay, how about this?
Hold it.
Oh,
hold it.
he's
Let's
still
say-
negotiating.
This is where we're gonna draw the line. That's a blatant violation
Ain't
of
it?
the English language, and we will not tolerate that in here, Miss Sony.
I see. I see.
What the problem is.
Well, yeah, because what the problem
Now,
is?
The proper way of saying that is what?
What the problem is?
What's the proper way of saying that?
What? Churches in basement? I'm sorry.
Or Kevin?
It's so funny.
No.
What's the proper way of saying that?
Problem.
What she said? What the problem is? What's the proper way of saying that?
A situation.
Yeah, a situation has arrived. Look, Elvis has left the building. He's almost.
No. Take the same word, take the
Uh-huh.
same sentence,
Well, what the problem
and
is?
correct it for me.
What the problem is?
What the problem? What
What's
is the
Oh.
problem?
Didn't I say that?
Thank you very much.
I didn't say
You
that.
said
You
what
don't
the
go to the
problem
zoo for
is.
that.
Oh, I thought I
That
said
was
what the.
a
Pro-
freebie.
Okay, how about this though? If I present it and then I make the volcano after.
No, that's the
No,
thing.
they
You
gotta
already
be
did the
together.
presentation. We need the volcano.
I didn't do. I didn't.
Yeah,
Do
no, I sure enough
no,
did.
I didn't do the I didn't present.
The PowerPoint.
I didn't present it yet.
I would like to see. I would like to see the volcano,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would like to see the volcano explained in the presentation.
Get some soda and
I'm
Mentos.
doing Kiwa. I think it's called.
I don't care what it is.
I think how you spell it.
Kiwa.
No, it's K. This is how you spell K-I-L-A-U-E-A.
Kahlua?
Yeah, Kahlua. I'm doing Kahlua volcano in Hawaii.
Oh, it's a volcano. That's
Yeah.
And I think all of that's fine and well. However, we do again digress. So let's go back to the original premise here, the volcano.
You do the volcano, and we do.
See, you're the reason they're digressing, because every time we get a topic, you introduce something new.
No,
Or you add
he.
a new point.
No,
And that
he's
throws everything
doing the
off.
volcano, and then we're going to the zoo. No, he wants.
I would
I'm
like
gonna go stratosphere. Please.
He wants to go to stratosphere.
Zeus stinks.
But it's obvious he really don't know where he want to go.
Yeah, because he didn't want.
Because he got so many
He
places
took
he
us
wanna
across the water, talking about Nassau. Now I haven't seen a Better in Bahamas commercial in like forever, and he's talking about in the last
She
time.
digressing again?
Yeah. So how about we just stay close on land? How about that one? No passport
okay, so
needed.
we can go stratosphere.
We can go to the zoo.
Where's start?
Oh no, we're not going to the zoo. I'm straight up.
Kevin, I will push you in the turtle tank.
The turtle
I
tank.
mean in the monkey.
We're going to. Is that which one is Philly? Stratosphere?
No, stratosphere in Delaware.
Yeah, we can go to Stratosphere.
Okay.
Right off of Market Street. Yep, it's right
so that's
there.
a deal.
Yep, it's a deal.
Okay.
But
Uh-oh.
in order for that deal, first,
Uh-oh.
the parents got to approve. Second, because they the boss. And second, you have to bring the volcano, and you have to explain it with the PowerPoint. And we get you the
Stratosphere.
thing.
Yeah.
And all of the.
I don't even see what's so.
But what happens if I don't have the materials?
Oh, don't worry.
What is with this excuses?
No. Because
Well, what if Stratosphere just decided not to be open on the day you? Well, what if Stratosphere just decided they don't want to take you? What if Stratosphere just decide?
No.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm gonna force my way in.
Like
You
what?
know,
I'm Darth Vader. I will.
this is weird.
Use a
We
force.
Uh-oh.
So straighten his mind out a little bit.
So we have him that's going to do. So when's the deadline?
When is the deadline? When do you think you can do it?
Next year. I'm just kidding.
You'll be in 7th grade.
Next year.
Is that my headache coming on?
Don't make that face. Don't
got a-
make that face.
I got a headache.
Are we on a live thing?
Yeah, we're on a live. I got a
Oh,
headache.
no. The views and opinions. As soon as you not represent those who have
Okay.
radio, no
I can get on my
3 months.
June 14th.
June 14th.
You better not
That's the
fall for that.
deadline.
Don't fall for it.
School is out.
It don't matter if school is in or out.
No,
This is
he's
not
supposed to
a
get
bad-
graded for that. That's
No,
something.
That's between him and the school.
No.
I want to see the volcano
Okay.
right here. I want to see it explained
May.
right here.
In May.
Well, May is coming up
We
soon.
got January, February, March, April, May. Okay. So May has 31 days. So May 29th. That's when my dad's birthday is.
Oh, that's cool. Now, May 29th is on what day, though? That's another thing we got to
It
look at.
should be on a Thursday or Friday. I mean, not a Sunday or Friday.
See what you
Next-
started, so.
Next question.
I
It's a Wednesday.
Don't you want to go on a weekend?
Yes. That way we could stay the night.
Where at at Stratosphere?
Oh man.
I don't know who paying for
24
that.
24-hour challenge. That's
24
what
He's
Now
been
look.
playing.
on YouTube for that.
We might as well open it up to everybody.
Who's we? When we become French? We what? I speak a no French. I speak a English. Me speak a English. Me no understand no we. Yeah, konnichiwa. Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and so if he do a volcano, who else want to do a presentation?
I can do a presentation about my life.
But where they gonna
You
go?
already got a volcano.
You got to make sure everybody wants to go to Stratosphere. She might not want to go to Stratosphere.
You wanna go
She don't
bowling?
even. Oh well, Stratosphere is a big old building where when you go in, it's like a rodeo on one side. They got like a eatery on this side, and then all the way eatery. You can get And please buy your food before you get there. What is the pizza, like $12 for 3-4 slices or something?
$100.
Yeah.
Your limit will be
And then all the way in the back, they got,
$5.95.
you can bounce
It's
something
worth
down. They got balls
You know how
and
much that cost?
yeah.
That cost $100. It's for
$100.
Bro, you up?
Well, wait a minute. We have
Free
to ask
job.
the ladies where they want to
Ladies, what would
go.
y'all like to do? Would you like to enter this challenge?
They don't
And
have
you
to
two
do
can-
it.
No, I was saying can we go to the track?
No, we're not going
The
to
what?
try.
The track.
The track.
Wait a minute.
All you
What?
do is
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What track are we talking? Because I'm
Track
hoping.
field?
Oh, okay. Because when you say track, I'm thinking horses, placing the back, ching ching. Oh,
No, I want to go horseback riding. I love horseback
What the-
riding.
No, because I stepped in.
Oh yeah, he stepped.
All right, and this is what we're gonna do.
I got a headache.
It's so cold.
I got a headache.
It's like I think she's like a vampire.
All I need is a rug and see Aladdin. He wants to go on a horse and horse and buggy in Atlantis. Yeah,
I go to the Bahamas.
the Bahamas.
Isn't Atlantis a place underwater?
In the
Aquaman
yes,
country?
Yes.
in Atlantis.
I want to go meet Poseidon. That's what I want. So we all gonna go to the ocean, but you guys gotta bring some.
You're going to be like Aquaman.
Wait a minute, he said you guys. Like we taking them to the Nassau, and then we got to give them.
Or you
Like,
know what?
I'm not going to that.
I know somewhere better. We can go meet the astronauts.
Oh my god.
What astronauts?
The ones that are going to Mars soon, you know?
Tomorrow they're launching the space shuttle.
you didn't even present the project.
This is what we're gonna do.
Oh my
Figure
God.
all of that out.
Yeah,
after
next-
you bring,
yeah.
After you present the volcano.
So how about this one? How? Because we still have the ladies, and we have to figure out where they want to go and if they want to participate.
Do y'all want to participate? Do y'all want to do a project?
She said after all of this, oh no. Look, they tired. They got suffering from jet lag already. He done took us Bahamas 3 times. Shoot, look. Okay. Nassau horseback riding. We're going to the zoo. Stratosphere. What, did I miss anything?
Yes, you missed something.
Yeah.
Horseback.
Horse. Yeah, I said that one.
Oh, Atlantis.
Yeah. Yep.
So to all of those out there in Philly Hot Radio,
Please, I'm
you
accepting
have a
cash apps for like right
we'd
now.
like to send these young people
$20,
to
please.
Stratosphere. So
Yes.
If you have $1,999 you would like to donate to Philly
And
Hot
a
Radio,
passport
we
within
would
24
greatly
hours.
appreciate it. And they can get all the cotton candy and all of the rides and the hot dogs, corn dogs, and all of that stuff.
People still
their
eat corn
hearts
dogs?
desire. I don't know. I never ate a corn dog in my
I
life.
did. I ate one. It's all right.
Please.
Why do we
You know
always
what?
digress when we
I feel the same way. Please, please, please up your grade. And then we going to talk all day
I get a
long.
feeling he is, because you know what? I think it's all how you approach study.
It's always about the bride.
So anyway, back to the ladies at hand. What would y'all like to do?
If anything.
They probably want to go to Barbie World.
Oh wow, very stereotypical.
Women's thing.
I want to meet Funny Mike.
I don't even want to say anything now because I feel like I already been judged.
Oh, not over here?
She
No.
got very deep. She said that's very stereotypical.
Yes,
because she's
'cause
a woman, she wants
that's
to see
right.
Barbie.
Yes. Who is Barbie?
You don't know who Barbie is?
No, because no. I was into boy stuff, playing basketball, football, track.
I
Yeah.
didn't say did you play with Barbie.
No.
I said, you don't know who Barbie
No,
is.
no.
You know who Barbie is.
Okay, but
I'm a boy. I know who Barbie is.
okay,
I watched
good.
Barbie. I watched Barbie.
So, ladies, what would y'all like to do? Would y'all like to be a part of a challenge? Would y'all like to be entered into some sort of a contest? Would y'all like to go on a? Please don't say Atlantis.
Y'all want to watch y'all want to watch T-Moon
I said
Zoo?
Barbie.
This is what I say we do. Everybody do the project of their choice.
Uh-oh.
I'm done.
The
She
project
said she done.
of their choice.
She's like she don't
and
have it.
then present that project,
And then what?
and then they get some type of
Award.
gratuity.
What? Because let me know. Because shucks,
Atlantis.
I'm going to enter right now. What
I
is it?
think he has some Aquaman in his book.
Yeah, the beach. See, this is the summertime for him. Yeah, so I would love to take him.
Oh, you know
'cause
where I
he
want to
had
go?
Uh-oh.
I want to go Lake World.
You want to go where?
That's in California.
Lake
What
World.
is that?
If I go to California,
can
I'm
we,
named
like-
Pizza was the name.
Can we stay in a tri-state?
Yeah.
Philadelphia,
Okay.
Delaware. Yeah. But we still ask the ladies,
The
and
gym.
we never give them a chance to.
Ladies go.
I
Yes.
mean, I don't have a preference. I mean,
You got an idea of what your project would be?
The
I
gym.
mean,
I didn't start. I didn't even practice for
know.
this. I didn't even practice for this.
Oh,
She didn't practice. She did.
she
Yeah, but
practiced for this.
you could come up with something off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Barbie
Anything.
dolls.
Yeah.
Anything.
Oh,
Oh, here we go with the stereotype.
Yeah. Not all girls
Here we
play with
go.
dolls.
Barbie
Oh,
doll.
No.
I play with Ken.
Not all girls play with dolls. Oh no.
You guys
Mm-mm.
want to know something about me? I sleep with teddy bears.
I did too.
Ooh, he said that on Philly Hot Radio
I
before
did
all
too.
two of our listeners.
Yeah, I
He's
tried.
still.
I did too.
And I just made it to the team.
Did you?
Oh, congratulations.
But he's fast. I used to
Okay,
be
that's
fast.
why he said the track, because I'm thinking horses, placing bets. Ah, no. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Kevin.
Yeah, I got a little off track. Okay. So we don't have anything for the ladies. They haven't,
Well, we don't have to because
Because
they
he's
can come up with their
judging
own.
them.
stuff.
they come up with their
Sorry,
own.
Yeah,
guys.
y'all come up with your
And-
own project.
And y'all heard it live here on Philly Hot. So, yep. So
Who
that
has
means,
gonna do what?
I want to do a shout out so bad.
well, go ahead, you got the mic.
Alone.
Okay.
You wanna do a shout out?
So when are we going to do this? When do they have to come back?
When would y'all like to come back?
Same day
And
the
present
presentations
your,
are
it would
due.
have to be the same day, everybody's presentation.
And give them enough
And
time.
everybody get prizes of equivalent value.
And that's
And,
why-
oh, by the way, and how about this? The prizes don't have to be the same thing. Maybe, just a certain value to it, and
So-
whatever you choose, that's what you get.
And
I
then
need a
when
camera.
when are they going? That week?
I have no idea.
Yes, that week.
You act like we playing this out. This is just.
Okay,
You
but
can
you putting it out there, so you got them out here thinking, okay.
June 3rd.
No, we're not doing a June. You said May.
June isn't my
Okay,
birthday.
okay.
I gotta get ready for my
May
birthday.
30th. May 30th.
May 30th? We gotta make sure it's
Yeah,
oh, well, if
I
we're
got
going in
testing.
here, it gotta be a Thursday.
I got
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah, that's my finals.
Okay, May
Yeah.
31st.
You got.
That's my finals as well.
Yeah. of course.
May.
It gotta be on a Thursday, because
What about a weekend?
Mm-mm.
because we don't have the, studio there.
23rd, 18th, 9th, the 2nd.
May 18th. May 18th.
Now, do we have to do a presentation? Is this,
You don't
is this
have
a
to.
choice?
He as Pop Pop over
I'm
here.
just saying.
Oh, that's funny. That was pretty funny, though.
So does it have to be a presentation?
Now, what would you like it to be?
No, not saying if
In our show?
not like a choice, but can we do this or not? Like, do we have a for him? It's
Oh no, you
he
don't
doesn't
have. No, you don't have to
choice.
participate. No, you don't have
Okay.
to. You were just saying, if you wanted to go on, if you wanted to go somewhere,
up.
You kind of liberal,
Well, no, she's asking, do you have to participate?
and the answer is
No.
the answer is yes.
She doesn't have to participate.
Well, of course, you don't have to participate.
No,
This
you-
is
I just wanted to
America.
clarify.
No, you can make her.
This is a democracy.
No.
But we would like you to because we know you have something to contribute, and I think our listeners and our social media viewers
You'd love to
would
share
love
it.
to see 4 of our young, the brightest of our bright, present something and show their
Talents.
ingenuity.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we have to.
Was that convincing? Did I?
Got a shout out.
That was very much.
Very much
Thank you
so.
very much. So
Very
I'm
much
just
so.
saying, and I think it would be interesting and it would be fun because it sounds like work, but it wouldn't really be. I mean, it'd be enjoyable. Y'all go home.
Well, as
come up
long
with
as
something.
one gets his done, because he needs it for class anyway. He needs it. We need to bring them grades up.
Mm-hmm.
So
the
that's
grades
not
are
even
coming up.
that's not even a laughing matter. We
Yeah,
have to get them
grades are
grades
coming
up. Yeah.
So first of all, we got to figure out why they're not giving you, because you said that you needed, they're giving you help, but you need more. So we got to figure out what we can do to get that more.
Yeah. And how we can get you to participate in that more.
And
Okay.
it's just like the volcano thing. I want you, and this is important. You're going to have to do the work.
Ooh.
My grade probably already changed
Ooh.
because in science I already turned it in.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we want to see when a report card is due again.
I don't know.
Oh,
What's
y'all
this?
don't know that one.
What's
They do-
this?
It's May something though.
No, it
It's May
can't be,
something?
because school gets out in June. So what is it? April?
Yeah, I had tested in June.
Yeah, it's like I think it's in April.
Well, I want to see some report cards.
Oh, we
Ooh.
testing April too.
How about that? What if we give a certain amount for every grade that comes up? You don't even have to make an A, but shoot for an A. But for every grade you raise, for every time a grade rises from what it was the previous report card,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell them what they gonna win.
Philly Hot Radio, I'm getting
Go
myself
ahead.
into a situation.
You
I don't
win.
think I can
You get a
myself out.
card.
So
You get a card. You get a card. You get a card.
I want a Ferrari.
Alright.
Don't worry about it. He got you. And insurance.
This is
what
our
I'm talking
future, Philly Hot Radio. This is our future. They driving Ferraris. They
I want
out
a
there
Bentley.
Going to Atlanta.
I just want a
I'm
convertible
gonna be
Bentley.
living
That's
with
all.
Lucas and
I
Marcus.
stay in the garage and make all kind of tech.
Bro, you
Yeah,
gonna
You
be
I-
staying in
I-
the
stay in the garage and
garage.
do what?
And make all of like the newest technology.
The
Yeah.
new
That's
technology.
what I'm talking
Yeah, that's
about.
what I'm talking about. He can make it, you know, while I'm in my
Like
Bentley.
Iron Man.
I'm an
Yeah.
engineer.
Yeah. But I would like to take my Bentley over to Milan. So, yeah. I don't know what they want, but yeah, I'm gonna do a project too. Yeah.
Okay, so how about that? How about
You boy, you must be packing at them jobs, boy. Woo. Yeah. I want a 4-door. No, actually I want a coupe. Yeah, convertible. Yeah.
What, chicken coop?
No. Bentley. Yeah.
chicken soup?
Yeah.
Because that's what she gonna get.
And I don't mean that little bitty car either. I don't want one of those. I want the one that I can be like, yo, only got enough room for 2 people. Like, yeah.
But an interesting question came to mind while I was trying to ignore Sony. If y'all was to do a project, what would it be? I mean, if like,
Fashion
let's
show?
just say if you, I'm not saying that you want to, but I'm saying if you, let's say like your teacher said, okay, I'm on a project for 2 weeks, and have it and done in the class in 2 weeks, what would you think your project would be? What would you like to do?
I really have no clue.
No clue?
Yeah, because we just
I
bring
think
it
it would
on.
be
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No,
Anything
I
I can
meant like
think on the top of my head right now.
which is nothing.
Yep.
And that's understandable.
That was
It's like
like you
the,
want us under the spotlight.
yeah,
That's all
she's
that
like,
is.
if you hadn't have sprung this on me, like, give me
Yeah.
enough time to think about it. Like,
I
yo,
get you. I get
y'all
you.
just
That's
crushing
all right.
me. Like,
What about you?
What about me?
Mm-hmm.
It's well, anything. You're saying anything?
It could be
Mhm.
anything.
Anything.
As long as you can do a presentation to explain it.
Do I have to do a visual?
I
type of
don't know.
thing?
He's the one coming up.
So-
He's the one coming.
Um,
Just don't go on my Bentley money. That's
Oh.
all. Just, yeah.
I mean, I like talking about relevant issues that's going on today.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
She likes talking.
She said, I like to talk about.
I wish you see. You should have sat over here so we could talk about relevant stuff. Because Pop Pop coming here and
Wow.
he's her hands are cold. Oh, she's cold. Oh, that's all I heard. It's just cold.
No, it was like
This is
she
gold.
touched my arm and the frost just shot up. I'm like, wow, vampire.
Okay,
Did a ghost walk past? We got
Kevin.
ghosts in there.
Kevin. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No. No.
But now, when you say talk about relevant, how would you do that in a presentation?
That's the thing. It was an idea.
Yeah.
Not sure how to go about it. Well, I wasn't gonna get into that really.
What's an IDP?
IDP, interdisciplinary paper. It's something that senior class in my school have to do. It's a full year paper. And at the end, in order to graduate, you have to do a speech to talk about an ethical issue that's occurring today.
I like that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
Oh yeah. Now that requires a trip to Nassau, and of course, they would need a chaperone for the week. I mean, the weekend. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. Like,
I was just
you do the
throwing that-
volcano and you do the IDP type thing, right?
I
Because
can
you
make
like
a
talking about relevant issues.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
it's more of a mandatory in order
Yes,
to
hers
graduate
is-
situation. It's, you know.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do it for the Philly Hot listeners and viewers?
I mean, I wouldn't mind since I'm kind of already working on it, trying
Okay.
to,
Get it
and,
together.
and it don't have to be the full scale version.
yeah.
Because we only give you
Just
5 seconds. No. and you, what kind of things do you enjoy at school?
Activities, projects.
What kind of projects? Now we talking.
I want to know the activities. She talking my language.
Like parents all over.
What type of activities do you do?
Well, like gym, math.
Those
Yeah,
activities. Okay.
You like? Wait a minute. You like math?
that's what I said. I fell asleep on that one.
You like math? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe we can do something.
All right. Well, let's get this date down so we can lock that in. So we
She
can.
likes math.
Yeah. I like math.
You might
So-
have to be my tutor then, cause I can't. I can write like anything, but I can't math. I can't count worth anything.
All right. So let's do May 9th. May 9th is the deadline.
Is that too soon for y'all, May 9th?
No, because you got it's March right now, right? And you got another month.
Very good.
And then you got May.
Yep. May 9th is it.
That's after my mom's birthday, May 7th.
Right before Mother's Day.
I was on birthday.
When is it before
trip was on
Mother's
the same day? May 9th.
Yep.
What trip?
Mother's Day is the
Hershey
12th.
Park trip.
You got a Hershey Park trip?
When?
Me too.
Yes, for school.
Oh.
But
Okay.
regardless, you know the grades have to come up. So
So when is the trip? When is
What
the
trip?
when is the reward given?
what reward?
If they come. So we're doing May the 9th, so we don't have to judge this out because we're like close to closing and wrap this up. But yo, how about this one? What is it before we leave you would like to share?
So everybody knows that I run track now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm also trying to.
Twice.
I'm also trying to become an engineer and a scientist.
Okay.
Have you thought of a school yet?
Yes.
Have you thought of? I mean, not a school, a college or university?
I'm still looking for one.
Oh, okay.
8th.
Oh, okay. You got a
Got
while.
time.
He's engineer. Okay.
My name
Yeah.
is Jules.
And you? Anything you would like to share?
Yes, I would actually. I have a few things in mind. Okay, so oh yeah, I do like singing and dancing.
Okay.
I'm in a choir.
Oh, what-
and
And you
okay.
did what?
I like singing and dancing. I'm in a choir, so
And you
we
had
sing
choir.
on Sunday.
I used to be in a
Okay.
choir at church when I was young.
So what church did you go to?
Mount Pleasant and Twin Oaks. Anybody can go there.
Wait, is that the big church that sits? Okay, yeah, got you. Okay, all right. And you, young lady?
I don't know what to say. Well, mainly about me. What I want to pursue in life is acting. Either both film or theater. I will accept both. For those who are listening, now I'm thinking of social media in my head. I'll share that with you guys. It's at Amaje Hardy Jones, AMAJAE HARDY JONES. That's for Instagram and both Facebook. So yeah.
Okay, go ahead, girl. And you?
An artist and an actor.
Like me.
Okay. You just can't go after the same line I'm going after. Okay. Just make sure, just tell me you're sick every time the role comes up and you see me. Yeah.
Can I ask all y'all questions? Does anybody know what she's talking about?
Well, I just want to make sure that I get first dibs in it first,
We
like.
still don't know what you're talking about.
Well, when she gets that right there in Hollywood, I don't want her to be like trying to get my part. Like, why you think I'm up there busting in
Ladies
line?
and gentlemen, out there in Philly Hot Radio Land, you just saw what happens when a person just implodes. This is what happens when an internal combustion occurs.
It's not funny, ladies and gentlemen. It's not funny. You take that back. You just take that back. Yeah.
She just went ballistic. We don't know what happened. Did
It's
y'all
okay.
have fun on the show today?
It was all right.
Yes.
Well, we had fun with y'all.
Uh-oh. Question?
And everybody get report cards at the same time?
No.
Different times.
We
No.
get ours at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all two go to the same school?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
I
heard
mean,
him.
just because you're brothers don't mean you go to the same
You heard him
school.
say Chichester.
But my
Oh,
little
you
brother,
did say both of you did say cha-cha.
my little brother, he goes to Marcus Hook.
Okay.
Oh.
But see, when he said Chichester, I thought he was just saying he was correcting how fast he said it.
No, it's Chichester. When they say it real fast.
Yeah, but he didn't say it real fast.
Yeah,
he was
because he caught on for you the first
right.
time.
I thought he was just saying it for me to hear.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was saying it.
Yeah, it was.
Right. I didn't know he was saying he went there as well.
Yeah, Chichester.
Okay, I just had to elaborate on that. I don't know if that. But look, we had fun with all of you.
You came in like
probably
yeah.
an hour ago.
About an hour ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what we're gonna do here.
Sorry. I had a whole bunch of questions, but then I didn't have my.
But you can't read it.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
you
read
can't
them.
read
Like I seriously, I couldn't read them.
But
And
I
then,
can
here's the thing, because they are typed out, but
What is that, Braille?
Oh, Lord.
I didn't expect that.
I could try reading it one more time.
Please
No.
don't. It's an exercise in futility.
It literally said.
is it time for them to leave now? Is
And
it
it's
so?
time for me to leave.
Is it so time? Like,
'Cause I get a feeling
yes,
when they leave, I'm in trouble.
yeah, yes.
Well, thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Did y'all have fun on the show? Yeah.
I just
We
need
jumped
people
in.
to watch
Wait,
mine.
you was a little too happy about that one. Like, any time for you to go
Mr.
take a
Kevin.
nap or something? Like, yeah, Mr. Kevin. Like, don't you have to be in bed by 5 or something? Like,
No, that's me.
yeah, that's what I meant. Like, did you pass your bedtime? Like,
Right, so thank you all very much. We really appreciate it. And so we did solidify the date
The 9th.
for the 9th,
not the prize.
not the prize.
Hmm.
So which means that we're under no contractual obligation.
Well, technically, they can't do a contract anyway because they're underage. But, legally you can't. But we got to get mom and parent to authorize this thing so they can go somewhere or eat somewhere or fly somewhere.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, helicopter jet out of here. I don't know. Maybe if I wiggle my nose, we'll get there faster. But we still got to work it out for him because he's
Right, now see, that's cool. That's
Hibachis?
cool. That's something. It don't have to even be like
My face almost melted when the fire came on.
your face.
well, you was like right there.
Did it melt in the food?
First time I went to Hibachi's when we went to.
I'm not eating no food with no melted face in it. I'm just not
At
doing it.
least not his nose.
How if it's going to melt right through your face? It's
All the
gonna
boogers
melt.
and no.
You had to make that more gross than it had to be.
And it's just
The man's face
melting.
melted. You
Yeah.
had to add boogies.
Yeah. Just
Why?
yeah. Well, that's what's up in there and hair and all. No.
I think we
Yeah.
I think we have a conclusion here.
This can happen to you if you don't stay in school.
Yes. This is what happened
happen
when
to
you
you.
don't stay in. Yeah.
So look, okay, May 9th, everybody.
Mom, it's time to go. Yeah. It's past her bedtime. Like
She was having
look.
fun over there too,
Yeah.
weren't they?
No, she supposed to be in bed at 4 anyway or something like. Yeah. Thank you.
But so May 9th, and we're gonna stay on top of
She
your
likes
grade
Thursday.
situation. So
But Hibachi's.
no, the grades.
I know, but
Because we wanna make
but
sure
the
that he
product
get all the
we're
support.
going out to Hibachi's.
Is that what y'all want to do? You know, as long as you.
Hibachi, then stratosphere.
No.
Bro, pick one.
Stratosphere, then hibachi.
No. What is it like, Santa?
Uh-huh.
We got L.
Take the hibachi, please.
For 500, Bob.
Hibachi.
Yeah.
There it is.
So-
we got a vote. We got a consensus.
Okay.
I want to go
majority-
stratosphere.
The majority.
You said
Okay.
hibachi.
Yeah. You said you
So
said.
look, can we do this? Hibachi. I mean, no, stratosphere, then hibachi.
Oh, gosh.
Look,
Well,
if I do two presentations.
Bad.
That must be him by himself.
I just got hit by
Yeah. But we'll talk about that
Yeah,
off
yeah,
the
we'll
air.
figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Cause but
Sony will be in touch with y'all.
Yeah.
God help you all.
I wish.
But and we'll figure it all out.
I think it's like when you pick up the phone, she won't stop talking. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know how it's gonna be.
Miss-
Ooh,
Wow.
I think somebody's hibachi is on the line.
Mr. Leon, y'all leaving now?
Wait, what
Or
time
y'all,
is it?
y'all leaving?
Wait, what
Y'all-
time is it?
It's time to go. That's what time it is. Oh, excuse me, Mom. You taking your daughter with you? Okay, thank you.
What
I mean,
did
did you need the elevator? I don't want y'all using my steps. Like, let me go get it now. Yeah, like,
So thanks again, everybody. How many times did I say thank you?
4 times.
Probably like 16.
15,000 times in 100 years.
So you really don't like hibachi, do you?
You like that candy?
Yeah.
Go ahead, enjoy
You
it.
already had like 3 of them.
No, I eat too much. Y'all didn't even eat dinner.
I don't have one.
You didn't eat dinner yet?
No, it's been here.
Because he gonna punish me. He got 2 hours.
Oh.
Not allowed to eat anymore.
No, he's not on punishment. He's not on
He
punishment.
said not to eat
What's
anymore.
this?
He's not on punishment.
Oh, I have no idea. I just grabbed the stuff. I don't do all that candy. But no, I do. I did have it all. I couldn't read it all. I went by ear. You came, but I would have loved to have the rest that came, but they didn't come. The ones that are here are the ones that are more important.
Well, how many did you really have? Well, how many chairs do you have?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I was like, she said the rest didn't come.
Yeah,
I'm like, how
it
many-
was other people that said they were gonna. This is why I started. But the ones that are here are the ones that mattered. So I'm grateful, appreciative that y'all took the time to come out here, to sit here, to answer the questions.
Thank you.
And to give me some feedback from. No, seriously, because that was kind of rude. Because y'all did come here like this is a school night. And to give me some feedback on school. Suicide and bullying, and of
I
course
missed
you
all
never,
of that?
and of course
Yes,
she never
of
witnessed,
course.
and drug abuse, and yeah. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to come out here and
Oh, can I do a shout out?
yes.
Yeah, I missed
Okay.
you. Yeah, I was on the highway.
This shot.
Everybody. So you guys can see me on Twitch. My name is Capital Dabateo 20.
Kevin, what?
D.
He got the can. For those who don't know, he has candy in his mouth while he's trying to tell you how to find him on social media with his little swag, like.
Oh
with
no, there'll be no social media. Forget that Philly Hot Radio. There'll be no social media for you until those grades come up. Social
grades are
media,
coming up for
social media family, a Philly Hot Radio family, social media family. There will be no social media for him. So scratch that. We're gonna get them grades up first, right?
Yep.
We're gonna get them grades up first, and then you can get back on social media. Matter of fact, I don't know. We can have
And
that
then you
on.
guys can follow me on Twitch, Dabateo 20.
On who?
Twitch. Is that the candy?
No, it's like a stream.
It's a stream video. It's a stream thing. Like,
Well,
make
I
sure-
really got old. I really don't.
Oh.
I've never heard of it until
It's
this day.
365
How old are you?
years.
Are you? Let me guess. Are you? Wait.
Go ahead.
Are you
Because I
up to
see hibachi
86?
just going down the
Are you up to
drain.
86?
Am I up to 86? Not
Or
quite.
87? 90?
No.
91? 98?
Mm,
60?
no, nowhere near.
70?
Yeah.
But you know,
So, is there anything y'all would like to share before we leave?
Yes.
Thank you, yeah. That's good.
Okay. So we appreciate y'all taking the time to come out. Next time, platform is going to be a little bit more scheduled out, and we will be hooking up for hibachis.
okay, hibachis it is.
Hibachis it is. May.
May, right after we see the presentations, right? Because
So,
that's all contingent upon the presentations.
That weekend. Hey, yeah, because it can't be that day.
Is make my own volcano. That's all I gotta do.
All right.
And do the presentation.
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
and the PowerPoint.
Yes, it's a combination thing.
You guys have a laptop?
Do
No.
I have 3 of them.
Oh, I can get one.
'Cause I'm gonna need one.
Okay, and that means what?
Can I use it, please?
You need a laptop, but you already did your presentation. What you do your presentation on? If you Because you said you did
On
a
the
power
computer.
pump. Cool.
On the computer at school.
Well, let's talk
Alright,
about
we'll
this.
work that
Yeah,
out.
we'll
We'll work
we'll
it. We'll-
work
we'll-
this
we'll get
out
you
so we can just wrap
But
this
I
up.
will get my grades up.
Oh, yes, you will. And we appreciate
What is
you
next week?
concurring wholeheartedly.
So let's conclude this one because next week we have Umar Johnson in the house.
Okay.
We got Dr. Umar, but before that, I have a forum coming up, and this is going to be a grievance thing. So this is going to have people that come on and talk about the love of their loved ones. And I actually have a young lady that I fellowship with. For those who don't know, Leon and I, we worship at the same, well, we fellowship at the same place. So I have a lady that's going to come on and do some counseling for those that want to come on and share their stories about, their loved ones, however they may have died and may be in need of some counseling, discussing it. I did this because I don't want to keep saying to someone, I'm sorry, or my condolences. And I think after a while, you no longer want to hear that. And I don't know what to say when somebody pours out their heart. And I don't want to keep saying that to the point where it becomes, okay, is that all you have? Then shut up. So I asked the counselor to come on to at least help out when, she can give a little feedback, some comforting words, some counseling, something to help them out when they express themselves. So they're coming on first, and then followed by I'm sorry. That's the 21st. My apologies. That's the 21st for that one. The 28th.
I need you to get some hand warmers.
Okay, the 28th is when I'm going to have the panel. It's an open panel for those that want to come on, and pretty much something like what I did with the youth on a different level. I did this before, and we're going to discuss colorism, which I didn't do with youth here. Colorism, jealousy, envy within the Black community. I did this 2 years ago, and a lot of people hit me up on social media, so I wanted to do a part 2 to it. Colorism is within the Black community. We pretty much tend to judge one another based on our light-skinned people don't like dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned people don't like less light-skinned people. That's colorism. We don't like each other because of our color. And why? When we should be loving each other even more when we have those who are not of our color not liking us. So it's bad enough you have someone who's not black and or brown saying, I don't like you based on your color, and then you turn around and you do the same thing because I'm light-skinned. And light skin's in. And I don't like people who are dark. And dark skinned people are thinking like light skinned people are just when we're all the same. So I'm going to have that. And then right after that, Dr. Umar Johnson comes in. So I opened up the floor for that one. So I had people that said they wanted to come on and sit and be a part of the audience when he comes and speaks. And for those who don't know, he's a returning guest. So he will be here on the 28th, 6:30, that is. Yeah, so he's agreed to come back. So who knows? He may be coming back some more. But for right now, he's coming on the 28th. So I appreciate everyone that came and gave up their time and shared and laughed and joked. And I know y'all tired and want to go home and eat. And yes, but I appreciate it, but the 9th, we are holding you to a higher standard. Grades need to be picked up, and yes, grades need to be picked up. And hibachi, it is. So, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the young and the old. I appreciate y'all, and I'm going to take a pause for the cause and play some music, and I'm hoping y'all having a funky to the fantastic day.
Okay.
She said, or night.